welcome to my journey and to another weighing video. I am doing it in the car because I'm going to get Sebastian here in a little bit, and I got some things I want to get done before I get him, and I'm headed down the Food Line to pick up my order. And I told David, I said, I believe I'll just film my weighing on the way. It'll just be a little short one. But I had Jacob last night, and bless his heart, well, let me tell you my weigh-in. I gained 1.2 pounds. I wasn't happy with it, but it happens. It seems like now I'm on that fluctuating path, and where I was doing, I look back and I gained every week since sometime in April until I gained like, what, 2 weeks ago? And now I'm done gained another time. But I know I'm not eating, I'm mindlessly eating, but I'm not eating as much, but I'm not eating protein. I'm eating a lot of carbs because that's just what sounds good to me. The proteins just aren't sounding good to me, and I've got to change that. I was doing so good there for a while. If I eat just a pure protein, it fills me up just like that. But the carbs, not so much. So I've just got to work on that. But last night I put Jacob to bed, and I woke up to go to the bathroom about 2:30, and I laid back down. I couldn't go to sleep. I said, Lord, just let me go to sleep. I've got to have Sebastian. I can't be sleeping on him all day. Well, then all of a sudden I heard some whimpering. Well, I got up and looked, and I didn't see Jacob. I thought he was under the covers in the bed, and so I looked in the living room just to make sure if he was in there, and he wasn't. But there's this preaching show that comes on TV when I watch MasterChef. It stays on that channel when I go to bed, and then in the middle of the night this preaching show comes on. And you know, sometimes preaching shows, well, at least one of the churches I went to, they get loud, you know, with different whatnots. And I thought, well, it must have been that preaching show. So I went back to bed, and it wasn't no time at all I heard crying, and I knew that was him. So I flung my CPAP off, and I jumped up out of that bed, and I went in there. I said, honey, you okay? And he was hiding behind the bed, and he popped up, and he was crying. I said, did you pee-pee in the bed? He said, no. I said, well, what's the matter? He said, well, I had to get a bath. I said, well, come on. I just thought he was saying he didn't wet the bed, but he did, and his little underwear was wet. Well, I told him, I said, well, we'll get clean, and then we'll go in here and get in bed with me. And when I went back in there to get his stuffies, I said, now, which stuffies do you want? And so he picked out his babies. There's two little ones that he calls them his babies. He wanted his babies. And so we got them, and that's when I noticed, I turned the light on, that's when I noticed he had throw up on the pillow and on the blanket. I said, did you throw up? He said, yes. I said, well, honey, I didn't know that. And Holly, when I was telling her, he came in and got in bed with me, and then he slept. He slept till 9:30 this morning, and he didn't take a nap yesterday. He laid down and rested, but he did not sleep. So between being up in the middle of the night getting a nap, not getting a nap, and being up in the middle of the night getting a bath, I guess he was just tired this morning. But she said he threw up Sunday morning, just randomly. And I told her, I said, well, it might be worth a call to the doctor, because he shouldn't just be throwing up randomly. If it was something he was eating, it should come on more quickly than overnight. So hopefully she'll call the doctor. But he's so pitiful when he throws up, or when he has a little pee-pee accident like he did. He couldn't get to the, I was taking my shower one morning, and I didn't hear him, and he wasn't talking loud, and he couldn't hold it, and he had an accident on the floor, and he was crying his little heart out. And I don't make a big deal over it. I tell him, it ain't no big deal. Mama knows how to clean this stuff up. It happens to everybody. We just, you know, go on about it. No big deal. And but he just gets tore up, and he was so pitiful. So I've been up since 2:30, not gone back to bed, because I told Holly, I said I couldn't sleep. I was worried about him. I didn't know if he's gonna throw up again. I didn't know. So I laid in the bed with him, and I just kept wandering around. I thought, well, I just might as well get on up and quit, you know, wandering around and trying to disturb him. So I got on up, sit there and watched a little bit of Moonshiners. I love that show. Got my shower, got his bedclothes washed and stuff, and so I've been up ever since. But when you got something like that, you can't be sleeping. Not with worry. But she come and got him, and she took some squares with her. In church, they have crackers. They have squares and rounds, circles, excuse me, squares and circles. She asked me, she said, do you have squares and circles? I said, I do, and I knew exactly what she's talking about. Squares are saltines and circles are Ritz. Well, he was telling me yesterday when they got there, he said, she was writing her grocery list. She says, oh, he said he needed rectangles. He said he likes squares and circles and rectangles. I said, are rectangles? And she said, club crackers. I said, yes, that's what I was thinking. So he likes all three of the shapes. So she asked me, did I have any squares for him to take home just in case he was feeling bad in the car or something like that. So I sent some squares home with him. I think that's pretty cute. But so I don't know what else. Excuse this blasted yawning. Seemed like there was something else I was gonna tell you. I don't remember, but we played. Me and him and Papa went to McDonald's, and he played again, and then he ate. And I told him, I said, do you want to play some more, or do you want to go home? He said, I'll go home. So he was through. But he ate everything. I got him a 4-piece nugget and double kids fries. He ate every last French fry and 3 nuggets. He only had 1 nugget left. He never eats that much. He's always busy talking or just, you know, whatever with us. But he was hungry. Now I have to figure out what to do with Sebastian today. I don't know about this weather. If it don't feel too hot, I might try to take him up to the Sonic, because he's been wanting to go up there. Well, I am here at the food line. I need to put in my number. That's all I'm going to say today. Just nice, short, and sweet. Game 1.2. It happens. Ain't going to worry about it. Going to try to do better this week. So, hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you tomorrow for a chat and ride and haul. I almost forgot I wanted to share some Happy Meal. I say Happy Meal a lot. Happy Meal with you. This is from Brandy Marks, and I knew what it was as soon as it came, because she's my magazine hookup. Look, she says I already have another box started, but she sends me all the magazines. Her mama reads them, she reads them, and then she sends them to me, so they get good circulation. Now hold on, I got another one under this box. Thank you, Brandy. Don't let me forget to say that. Thank you, Brandy, for always thinking about me. And this is from Viv Kohlmeyer. She's hooked me up with lots of different craft supplies over the years. A whole box of ribbons, and because y'all know I like the ribbons. Oh, that's pretty. Lots of different ones. So I'm not going to dig through all here and make a big mess. But that is all from Vivian. So thank you, Vivian, for thinking about me as well. So that's what I want to share with y'all, my sweet Happy Meal. Now I will see you when I see you.